Want to avoid some big problems? For the cost-conscious cruiser, how to avoid buying a lemon. Why self-survey? Because to get the boat professionally surveyed could be $2,000 a pop. So how do you screen out boats? So the first thing that I do is when I go on a boat is, how does it feel? Yes, not very scientific, I know, but if it doesn't feel good and you don't really even want to be on the boat, then what's the point of moving forward? But what do you check? Well, first of all, the hull has to be good, the engine has to be good, and the standing rigging also. Why? Because those things are really expensive to replace. For starters, a bad engine that you have to replace can be $15,000. Also, a lot of sailboat engines are underpowered. Here's the calculation. Next to the engine, the standing rigging, which is the mast and the hard rigging, the chain plates which attach it to the deck, that's fairly expensive to replace. And lastly, water in the decks. Now I'm going to see this screws. Water can come through the fittings on the deck and other places and begin to soak and rot out the boat, and it can be a hidden issue. This is the bottom of the compression post. Comes up here. Now when you put your hand up there and you feel it. What's it feel like, Aim?
It's soft. You can see it a little warped here. You'd have to unscrew it and see what it looks like.
All boats have a little water in them, water in the bilge. Sometimes the port light leaks a little bit, but you want to watch out for where there's hidden corruption. Where there is water that's gotten into the decks, that can be very expensive to replace. Sometimes it's obvious that the boat is just wet, but other times it's hidden. Here my friend Maz from Sail Life shows how you can explore if there's water in the deck. Not too bad?
I think that's good, actually.
If you're going to be looking at a lot of boats, it might be worth it to buy a moisture meter and learn how to use it. The condition of the engine is a good indicator of the boat's overall care. For instance, here's a Yanmar engine that was well taken care of, and it shows that if the engine is this well taken care of, the rest of the boat probably is a good one. Sailing purists may say, well, what do you need an engine? You should be able to sail in and out of your slip. Well, if you do want an engine, they're expensive to replace, and so you don't want to get one that's crappy. This one shows a well cared for engine. I've seen leaking boats, soggy decks. I've seen engines that are really crappy looking. Those boats I just walk away from. Boats can look so wonderful on the outside, but until you begin to really investigate and explore, you can be stuck with buying a lemon. And there's nothing worse than a boat that's a lemon because it looked good and now it's gonna break the bank to fix it. Once you find a boat that passes your initial inspection, then it's worth it as part of the offer that you make to have it professionally surveyed. But because the professional survey is so expensive, you want to make sure that you know what to look for first to screen out so many boats that look wonderful, but hidden on the inside are problems that the newbie sailor has to be aware of.